Let us pray. Rock a lot resurrection. Swisher House, baby. 2003.
Yo, what's up, what's up? Right now I'm in my old neighborhood, City Gas, you know, some may call it, you know, City Gas, Texas, you know. We call it Cash Cow, Texas, you know, but anyway, this is my old neighborhood I grew up in, you know, and I'm at the corner of Foley and Wayside, you know. I sold a lot of drugs in this neighborhood, you know. Right now I'm sitting at the corner of Foley and Wayside at a store called Joe's Store. It's no longer open, but you know, there's a telephone. You can see it right there, where I stood day in and day night and around the corner and sold my drugs at. Made my telephone calls and everything and whatnot, you know. But I'm gonna take y'all on a small journey, you know. If y'all don't mind, take y'all on a small journey right quick and let you know about my lifestyle, you know. I got 3 siblings. It's me, my older sister, and my brother John. I also have a younger brother by the name of Brian. My grandmother raised me and my 2 other siblings after my mom was murdered. She was killed right in front of me, you know. 2 women decided to knock on our door and set my mom on fire right in front of me at the age of 7. This is the street I grew up on, you know. It's a lot different now. You know, you see a lot of abandoned houses, you know. And I can remember this small church right here. We would come in, and I would sit on the porch of the church and say a small prayer, you know. I just want to be a church boy. But I can remember my grandmother was a great woman, and I can remember one time she asked me to come with her while we go our homestead to the food stamp office. And she said, "Baby, I need you to stand in line for me because my feet hurt." She asked me to stand in line for her because her feet was hurting for her food stamps. And it was a long line. Everybody was outside, you know, wrapped around from the corner of the food stamp office. So I did that, you know. I was like about 11 years old, so I did that. And that's the moment I decided that I don't want to be poor no more. Whatever it took, whether it was selling drugs, robbing, whatever it took, I don't want to be poor no more. You know, I made that decision. So I went through a whole lot of identity crisis growing up, you know. Rough in the hood, you know how rough in the hood it can be. So I decided to sell drugs at the age of 17 years old, going to Farbrook High School. A friend of mine showed me some cocaine. He said, "Man, you see this right here?" He said, "Man, everybody going crazy over this shit." He said, "Man, I'm about to start hustling, fuck school." And me being the dude I was, I'm like, shit, what it do? Let's make it happen. So we decided to start selling drugs, you know. So we incorporated the 5th Ward and City Gas, you know. Started selling drugs. But I never left my passion for music. Being a rapper, you know, I just never had the heart that James had as far as trying to take it to a whole nother level. I used to walk from City Gas to Pinewood Apartments to hear Lil James' brother rap. His name was K9. Sure rap a lot. Everybody know K9. So that dude really influenced me to become a good rapper. So that's where Lil James got Rap a Lot of records from. Sir Rap a Lot, his brother, K9. One day, a friend of mine, Andre Sloan, he told me, he said, say, man, you know, I'm good friends with Lil J. He always come up here getting his cars detailed. Next time you up here, Mooney, I want him to hear you rap. Cool, man, give me a holler, you know. Not to mention that me and Willie D was close friends as far as book rapping. So, one weekend, someone came to my trap and said, say, man, Dre wants you to come to a detail shop. You got Scarface. At the time, he was Brad, DJ Action. You got the Ghetto Boys up there, and you want Lil James to hear you rap. So I jumped into my Lincoln Town coupe, burgundy rag top, elbows and bows, and I go up there, and that was Lil James, Bushwick Bill, John Vito at the detail shop, getting his car detailed. So Jay was like, say, man, I hear you can rap. I said, yeah, I can do a little something, bro. What's happening? He said, let me hear something. So right here at this detail shop is where Scarface gave birth to Mr. Mr Scarface. It was my intro that influenced him to do it. Mr. Mr Scarface, been walking down the block. I jumps the fiends, y'all know the song. So right here at the detail shop is where Lil James and Scarface gave birth to that song off my intro, you know, in the hood. So right here is where a tradition begun in City Gas with Fifth Ward. I may or may not have some more of these videos coming. Peace out.